Hello everyone, Jamarcus here, and I am here with a new division. This is the SPDA, which is a rebrand of the PUDL, which is the league I won a couple months ago. And this video will be going over the team I drafted for the Mafia division, which is a Paldea Dex low tier draft. So I got 11th pick, which is pretty miserable. Definitely would have preferred something closer to a wheel pick, but that is the card I was drawn. So I had two plans for this draft. One of them was a rain team, but there's no weather setter, so I would have to run rain dance, which is fine. And it was going to be based around Kilowattrel, Bronzong, and Quillfish Hisui, which I think were a fantastic uh, first three picks. But they didn't get sniped actually. I just decided to go for a different team, a team that is not as good, but I think I'll have more fun with. So my first pick was Iron Thorns. Great stats, pretty bad typing, great coverage though. You can probably tell where I'm going with this team based on this first pick. And I think this will be a fun Pokemon to use. Obviously, the good set is Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Thunder Punch, and whatever coverage you might need. Maybe Ice Punch for those ground types. But it also gets other options: Stealth Rock, Spikes. So I get hazards. You can run Curse, Dragon Tail. Gets a lot of good options. A lot of special move too, but that special attack is just not quite workable. Meteor Beam's cool. Loaded dice with Rock Blast and Pin Missile. It's probably bad, but a lot of cool options on this thing. I think it'll be fun to use. Booster Energy is a very good item. And then also Air Balloon, I think, is a fantastic option on this Pokemon. It kind of acts as boots, but also helps against those ground types. This guy's name is Big Guy. My second pick, I wanted a ground resist or ground immune. So I grabbed Drifblim, um, specifically for Unburden, but Aftermath is good too. This gives me Defog. This gives me Wisp and Thunderwave. It gives me reliable recovery and strength sap. I count that as reliable recovery. Strength sap is such a good move. And then also, with some defense investment, it can be bulky enough to take some hits, especially from the lower tier Pokemon that are in this league. This guy is Round Guy. Next up, there's not a lot of good steel types in this league, so I wanted to get a good one, and that good one is Earthworm. Gives me Stealth Rocks and Spikes, if I can spell it. Um, Earthy does a really nice ability for a ground immunity. Um, Spoilers, this is an electric terrain team, so having another ground immune is really nice because I'm going to be having a lot of electric types. So here's Earthworm, just gives me some good physical defense, which I think will be really nice to help fight off a lot of the good flying types that are in this league. Staraptor is a top tier, one of the best Terra captains is Dodrio, so having something to help against those is going to be nice. And this is Long Guy. Alright, fourth pick, I wanted another hazard remover, specifically Spin. I didn't want only Defog because I have two Spikes users already. So I get Hitmonchan. I wanted Hitmontop actually, but I ended up getting Hitmonchan, which I think is better actually because this gives me a knockoff user. Hitmontop does not get knockoff. This gives me some really nice special defense with max HP. It's totally workable. And now I have a nice defensive core. Gives me priority in Mach Punch and Bullet Punch and Fake Out. Drain Punch is a nice move too. Some nice coverage, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch. Trailblaze is cool too. And then yeah, Rapid Spin and Knockoff are also really nice support options. Iron Fist probably is going to be the ability I bring most weeks, but Inner Focus could be nice too for that immunity to Intimidate. This is Box Guy. I have been spending quite a bit on these picks so far, so I wanted to get a few lower tier picks, and I also wanted good Terra captains in this league. because I find I often leave my Terra Captains for last, and I end up getting nothing. No shade on my previous Terra Captains though, but I get Swana here. It was a 9-point Terra Captain, so not the most. Goes up to 10 points for Terra Captains. And we do have 16 points for Terra Captains in this league, and we also do not need to do a stab typing for our Terra Captains, which is pretty nice. I get Swana, gives me a nice speed tier. My team's a little slow so far. Drift Bloom's my fastest. And if I want to run this thing bulky, then I really don't have anything for speed. So Swana gives me some speed, which is nice. With Terra, those offenses are workable, and it can live a hit maybe if I get some defensive investment. Abilities kind of suck. Typing's really nice though. Has a lot of nice options. Fast pivot is nice. Gives me another knockoff user. Reliable recovery gives me another defog user. Endeavor's cool too. But yeah, just click in Surf, Flip Turn, Brave Bird. Maybe I want to try and hit Hurricane, I don't know. Some good offensive options of this thing and support moves. This is Bird Guy. And as for my Terra types, I choose Terra Water just to do some extra damage. Um, Stronger Flip Turns, stronger Surfs, and Hydro Pumps. No Wave Crash on this thing is a little unfortunate, just Liquidation. Um, but that's workable. Also Stab Aqua or Terra Boosted Aqua Jet could be nice. I also go with Terra Dark. I wanted a Ghost Resist. There's a lot of good Ghost types in this division. And Stab Knockoff's cool too. And lastly, Terra Ground helps me get rid of my 2 weaknesses. And also um, Brave Bird plus Terra Ground. Terra Blast is quite strong. So, next pick. I did mention how this was an electric terrain team. So what better Pokemon to draft than Skuntank? I was getting a little greedy, not picking Pincurchin yet. But I wanted my grounded poison. I wanted the good ghost resist that wasn't a Terra Captain. And having priority is nice. Another speed tier is nice. This thing I can actually run speed on. I don't know if I'll be running speed on Drifblim all the time. Yeah, getting Skuntank is nice. No Wisps, too bad. It does have that flamethrower coverage still. No defog either. But still good moves. Foul Play's cool. Sucker Punch. A stab knockoff user is really nice. Not a lot of coverage, but that's fine. Super Fang, Taunt, Toxic, Trailblaze. Some good moves on this thing. Aftermath's a really nice ability. Can help chip down walls for my sweeper or sweepers. This is Skunk Guy. And finally, I make this look like an electric terrain team, not by drafting Pincurchin, but by drafting another abuser of electric terrain in Raichu. I needed a good speed tier. I've got it now. I don't have a psychic type yet, which is nice. Nice offenses with that terrain boosted special attack. Thunderbolt's going to be hitting pretty strong. Great coverage in Alluring Voice, Surf, Grass Knot, Focus Blast. Another knockoff user if I want that option. Stored Power is also there. If I want to try Calm Mind or Nasty Plot sets, probably not though. But maybe a weakness policy Raichu 1 week, I don't know. Get me a Wish user off that really bad HP. But Wish really helps out um, Orthworm, so I did want to get a Wish user, and I do get another one, as you'll see. But yeah, just having this electric terrain abuser is going to be really nice. Gives me a nice speed tier. Some good options on this thing. This thing is going to be named Surf Guy. Next up, I finally get Pincurchin. It's about time. If this is an electric terrain team, I need electric search. I pretty much have 3 Pokemon that mainly benefit from this: Raichu, Unburdened Driftbloom, and Iron Thorns. But even something like Electric Seed on any other Pokemon really could be helpful. I think Electric Seed, Calm Mind, Raichu, Alola can be a really cool strategy with stored power, with Calm Mind. Maybe I'll try that, who knows. But yeah, um, I need the electric terrain. Kind of had to pick this guy. Although I will say, people look at its stats and think they're bad. I don't think they're that bad. Let me show you a little comparison here that I noticed when drafting these two. Look at these two stats. Ignore the speed, but besides the speed, these guys got the same stats. Pincurchin's just Deoxys speed without the speed. They got the same move pool too. Click Spikes, click Thunder Wave, you click Recover. you click Spikes, you click Thunder Wave, you click Recover. And you know how much I love Deoxys Speed defensively in uh, Ultra Ball tier of last division or last season. So Pincurchin is just Deoxys Speed. And as much as I want to name this guy Deoxys Speed without the speed, he is Spiky Guy. Gives me another Spike user, gives me reliable recovery, gives me a status spreader with Nuzzle. Oh, it doesn't get Nuzzle, sorry. Raichu gets Nuzzle. This thing just clicks Thunder Wave, I guess. It also has Scald, which is cool, because I don't know that. Yeah, Swan does not get Scald, but Pincurchin does. Some nice moves. Memento's cool too. Sucker Punch. That attack shot is totally workable. Reliable recovery is nice too. Not a ton of coverage. Kind of struggles with grass types. Poison Jab is there though. I'm running out of points now. I've only got 7 points left actually, and I need another Terra Captain. I need 2 more Pokemon though. So I draft Illumise. I think this thing with Terra is actually quite fantastic. Lets you have a good defensive typing and phenomenal support options with Prankster. It also has Oblivious, so I can't be taunted or encored or any of that sort of thing, which could be really nice if I'm facing maybe a dark type that I want to be able to Thunder Wave. So I still have a good ability. That's actually why I went with Illumise over Volbeat. There's a couple options between the two. Volbeat gets Tail Glow, while Illumise does not, but Volbeat does have a much lower special attack, so I don't think it's really important to bring. The main differences Volbeat does have is Taunt and Seismic Toss. Illumise does not have either of those, which is too bad. But Illumise does have Wish, it does have Charm, and actually good secondary abilities, whereas Volbeat has Illuminate and Swarm, which are next to useless. But Tinted Lens and Oblivious are actually quite good abilities. But generally this thing is going to be Thunder Wave, not Thunder. U-turn, Thunder Wave, Encore, and a filler move. Maybe Roost. As for Terra types, let me remind myself what I picked. I picked Steel because it's a good defensive typing, Fairy because it's a good defensive typing, and Water because it is a good defensive typing. Nothing too exciting. Nothing for offensive purposes at all, just to help live some hits, throw some wishes and encores around. Um, that's Illumise. Cool support Pokemon. I got 1 point left. I don't have a Fairy type. To be honest, there's not many dragons, so I don't think a Fairy type is that important. But I still got one as my last Pokemon, just to fill out some type chart. This is Bug Guy, by the way. My last Pokemon is Snubbull. I think this thing's unironically usable. Intimidate's a really good ability. Eviolite's a really good item. Fairy's a really good type. It's got 80 attack. With that bulk and Intimidate, I'm going to be living physical hits for sure. It has Play Rough plus Earthquake, which is really nice. It has Encore. I love Encore. These three get Encore, which is really nice. It has really great coverage too. That special attack's not quite usable, but Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Psychic Fangs, Super Fangs really nice too. Taunt, Thunder Punch, Trailblaze off of that base 30 speed, probably not, but I think this thing's totally usable. Thunder Wave too. I got a lot of Thunder Wave on this team, and I'm sorry for who has to face it. Probably going to be facing a lot of Lumberries, if I can guess. But yeah, Lumberry's really nice. Um, or sorry, Intimidate is really nice. I think Snubble's usable. This is Dog Guy. This Pokemon's totally usable. And it is a Terra Captain. And I go with Terra Ground for those stab earthquakes. I go with Terra Ghost for a spin blocker. I do not have, or sorry, I do have I have Drifblim, right. But Terra Ghost, just another decent defensive typing. And then I also get Terra Steel last, just because Steel is also nice to have. I don't plan on trading any of these Pokemon away. Terra types might change, I'm not sure. But that is the team. Definitely not the best draft team I've ever drafted, but I think it's totally usable actually. Um, it has a lot of synergy. It's not just electric terrain. I've got a lot of priority. I've got a lot of support options, Encore, Thunder Wave, Quite a bit of reliable recovery too. Strength sap. I have two wish users. I have Roost. I have Recover. I think it's going to be a good team. It'll be fun to use. I'm not trying to take Mafia Division too seriously, which is why I went with this team and not that rain team that I was talking about earlier. So, games start in 2 weeks from today, so you won't be seeing this team for a couple weeks, but expect to see that around the middle of October. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye bye.